Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. We've seen the Chargers represented already. Might one of his teammates join him? Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get... Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need? And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 79 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Billy Cundiff now to kick the extra point. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A strong running. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing.
More points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And now the right, does the big boy have the juice? And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Cousins now to throw on first down. Brought in by Walford, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A second down throw for Rivers. It's hauled in here by Edmonds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Rivers again. Flushed out right. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down, here's Cousins. Shreds the tackle. Johnson with a completion over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On the ground, Ivory. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ivory taking it in. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Tomlinson, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They come out here in the eye. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Play fake. Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Tomlinson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They run with LT, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. LaDainian Tomlinson as the first half is winding down, and the Rams add on to their lead. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away 8-yard line. And now Dallas gets set for sad. You think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And he's able to put it through. The kick team out there for the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But
this is caught at the 20. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Fairley with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Third and long for Cousins. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. And that's complete to Walford. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you really script.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Again, it's Cousins. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Ivory. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to float this over. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just for driving on those paved roads.
And that's caught inside the 35. An incredible play there on 4th down. 41 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And quickly they get to the line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. the play fake here. Rivers. Inman has it over the middle. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Rivers on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. And the back goes into motion. Again, it's Rivers. Dancing to his left. Looking for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Keenan Allen, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for two. Play clock winding down. Rivers is going to throw for it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Surveying the field, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. Throwing here, Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now Cousins. He's got time. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Cousins on fourth down. He gets it to Brown, complete. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Cousins. Buying time to his left. And his his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Cousins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
Oh, how about this for a tough choice early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing. No surprise to see a few Denver Broncos in this draft. Here's a chance for the second one to come off the board. In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Peterson alone in the backfield. Rodgers now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and the Rams are going to get a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Andre Johnson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Mariota will look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
26.
On second down, Peterson. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So here we go now. Extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners. And
that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, LA! Johnson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They pitch it out to Peterson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught right side, Davis. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that
touchdown, Cowboys! Adrian Peterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
Well, that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, LA! Their dangerous wide receiver, 75 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposites.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the half here. Mariota finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kiko Alonso able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action. Mariota under pressure, and they got to him again. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw is Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is fielded at the 7. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And finding Davis here, the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And the Rams getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Mariota. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one goes for 24 yards. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the red zone now, Mariota. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now here come the Cowboys. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their back.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Mariota on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And that will be incomplete as well. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. To see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And taken right at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Mariota forced out to his left. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mariota. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Vance McDonald from 6 yards away. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he puts it through. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the NFL's leading rusher from a year ago, Adrian Peterson, he still has gas left in that tank.
I think he's got a whole lot of it. Talk about topped off. This guy can flat out play. Who knows how much longer it'll go, but whatever it'll be terrific. Remember his dad nicknamed him AD for all day? How about all time?
3 times he's led the league. 4 other times he's been in the top 6 in rushing. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A toss play. This is Peterson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Back to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he will lose. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Throwing here, Mariota. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give them the yardage they needed.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.